Hi. Hi. I'd like to tell you about the life of a remarkable lady, Mrs. Evelyn Fredericks, better known to me as Mom. I'm the oldest of four children and the only boy. My mom, Evelyn Blanton, was born in East Texas to a Baptist preacher. Her mom died when she was 5 years old. She had to learn to cook, keep house, and take care of herself, her brother, and her dad. She loved music, and she went to church often, being the daughter of a preacher, and she liked Southern gospel music. She always wanted to go to the Stamps Baxter School of Music in Dallas, but they couldn't afford it. But she was so talented and had such a pretty alto voice that their church took up a collection and sent her to school. There she learned how to read and write music, and that was a big influence in her life. She had a rough childhood, but as World War II was coming to an end, her life was about to change for the better. When the war ended, the local boys came home, and she met Harold Mack Bagley. They were married later that same year, and the next year I was born in 1946. Dad was in the oil field, and he moved from rig to rig and headed towards Louisiana. When he got down to Thibodaux, he started working offshore, and we didn't have to move anymore. So our family grew up in Thibodaux, Louisiana. And Mother passed on to us kids the love of gospel music. She taught us to play and sing the do-re-mis and how to read shape notes. And we sang as the Bagley family for decades until my younger sister moved to Tennessee and kind of broke up the group. We still enjoy getting together around the piano and singing when we all get together. Dad made us a good living in the oil field, but it contributed to his early demise. In 1972, my dad passed away, and Mom continued on by herself and finished raising my younger sister alone. She went to work at the Holiday Inn in Thibodaux, where she met Ernest Hawkins, and in 1976 they married and had a good marriage and were happy until 1984, when Ernie developed pneumonia and died. Mom lived by herself again until 1990, when she came to live with me. Life was good until one day we were going fishing, and as we were launching the boat, Mama slipped and broke her hip. She went to the Lady of the Lake Hospital to get her hip it wasn't a replacement, to get her hip set, but with complications, she wound up staying in the hospital over a month, and over 2 weeks of that was in the intensive care unit, where she almost died. She got out and started recuperating, and about a year later, we were back to doing 20-minute miles. Mom lived with me a few years and met Mr. Joe Fredericks, who she went to church with, and her and Joe married in 1994. They enjoy traveling, gardening, and working in and attending their church. Two of my sisters live in Thibodeau, and they visit them regularly. They have visited my sister in Tennessee in the past, but not lately. Mom still drives, though, and they have a nice garden, and they both have green thumbs. Mom is a devout Christian. She walks it and she talks it. She is in sound body and mind. She's a little stooped over now and she uses a walker, but she remains very active. She is 88 years old and going strong. She attributes her long life to serving the Lord and being a prayer warrior. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.